Hey everyone, it's Rafcraft Minecraft, your builder in every infrastructure he builds, and welcome to the third part of USS North Carolina build BB-55. Yes, it was very unfortunate for me because I felt really tired yesterday. I kind of felt a bit unwell as well, but all in all, I'm feeling okay. I just probably needed a little more rest because past few days I wasn't able to sleep properly, but I managed to get some sleep this time. So let's get down to the building, shall we? But before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me to my Facebook page. I will link it down below in this video. So if everyone is ready, let's do this. Right. I actually left off with doing only most of what the front layout looks, so I'm going to continue doing this, especially yes, the chained areas, this area here. Let me just grab the chains. Let me just grab the chains and then we can do the rest of this. I may sound a little bit how should I say this? I may sound a little groggy and a bit tipsy. It's because I haven't done a proper stream in quite a while actually, so I tend to stutter again, just like before. I think I'll go back to normal if I keep doing this monthly, just like before, and not let everyone wait for quite a long time. Okay, now that we are done with that, let's do the rest of the layout. It needs to be circular. It's not circle enough, so I think a bit more. Some part of me says that's not. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look great that way. Another part of me says, yeah, it takes quite a lot of exaggeration to be able to do something like this. You know, I'm only making guesses because I know it's not the right answer, but I'm only doing this to make guesses. Okay. That looks about done, and that looks nice as well too. That looks really nice. Well, that's only the front. We are still not yet near. Yes, we are still not yet near the very back area. I also need to make sure that I'm not going far beyond where the front area is because it needs to be further away. So I think I'm not sure yet, because I need to be really careful with how I'm making that. I need to make sure that everything fits. Otherwise, the gun might be a little too close. Okay. I see the gun layout. What did I use again here? What did I use again for this? Let's use a stone instead. Stone might be a good color for this. Because the last building I used here, yeah, the last build for Iowa that I've used in here was andesite, so I may need to change the way the guns are going to look like. Stone yeah, stone. Just a stone. Stone will do. Stone. And since that's a 3-barrel, that is a 3-way. Those are triple barrels. Yeah, triple mounts. So that's 9 guns. I need to also make sure that there's enough spacing for each. Did I use concrete for this? Black concrete? Man, it's been a long time since I've last really touched my buildings. So yeah, memorizing again all over once more, just like I used to do before. Maybe 1 block away for this one, so it doesn't look like it's touching. Yes. Okay. Now I know that our gun measurements is like this. I think it's time we actually do the layout first of the entire first gun, then we can do the rest of it afterwards. Let me also remember by looking at Iowa. If I keep coming back and forth with the previous ship that I'm doing here, it's necessary for me so that I know what I'm doing is actually correct here. Yes, they are lighter in color. That's why I'm going to be using again andesite. So anyway, just like before, I think the same setup that I used to use for this one. Same setup. How many barrels is that, by the way? Because I also noticed. Yeah, let us consider 26, just like before. But this one, the coloring for this one is different. Unlike the one that I use for Iowa, which is lighter, which is only stone, this one is a lot darker in color. Kinda like like hull gray color. Hull gray color in looks. If that actually settles it, I'm going to be okay with it. If that actually settles that, let us know. But yeah. Yeah, we should lower this one. I just realized. Ha 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 ha. Alright, good. Now, the same thing as usual. Number 5. Yeah, 531115535. And yeah, pretty much the same thing. But we need to make yeah, the outer exterior skeletal structure of the main barreled gun. Yes, we need to do that. And it's in order for this gun not to look ridiculous. You know, almost every gun layout look coming from every triple mounted battleship, they already, yeah, from North Carolina, South Dakota, they almost have the same kind of turret. They almost have the same kind of turret. But I don't mind. That's all part of building after all. Knowing how you build, knowing how you measure the infrastructure of the building. It is low, but this one looks high. Yeah, this one looks high. You know, just telling by structure. Or I think the way I built Iowa compared to in the comparison of North Carolina is just the height difference. That's why I feel like everything here is all wrong, but it looks all correct at the same time. Like there's nothing wrong. It just feels like I did some measurements on the Iowa wrong. So I may need to do that I need to do that building properly in the far future. Well, in the future, basically. And the underneath is going to be made of stone. So I'm just doing the same skeletal structure from the inside and outside, while also doing the turret. Yeah, the dome layout. The dome layout turret. The turret layout, yes. Where their domes are supposed to be located. Turret layout. Let us just call it a turret layout instead. Man, it's been so long since I last did buildings like this, that's why. Yeah, pardon me if I'm, yes, making adjustable measurements and also making sure. Okay, let us try it in 11, and then after that I will do some slight modifications with the first gun. I will do slight modifications with the first gun because I can definitely see the color barrel, the way the barrel is colored and the way it looks. Yeah, it's a bluish, it's a dark blue sea color. Maybe this type of blue. Yes, maybe that type of blue mixed with white, azul, probably a bit greenish, but yeah, it looks like a mix of this, and this one. And I don't see any gray color. I don't see any gray coloring unless I'm wrong. There might be some gray coloring added to her. Let me also make sure to probably extend the gun a bit more. By means, probably by size. But if I were to extend that again, then no. That would already definitely not look good. So yes, let me just making sure. If it doesn't fit with the 9, then we will go along with 7. And probably this one, instead of reducing it to 10, we will do it by 9. So just a bit of different, just to change the difference on the gun's outlet, the looks of course. You know, in comparison of gun size, this looks so much bigger than the one in the Iowa over here. But this is probably the right size for our gun. Now I just need to color it. I just need to color it the way it's colored as well. Yeah, I think I will do the guns first with the colorings, the color scheme. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do first. The gun's color scheme. I hope I'm not going to get wrong with this. The first part, yeah, the first one of the, yeah. I think the first part is only going down there. Don't mind the altercation of the color. Like really. Don't mind the altercation of the color, alright? I need to see sides. Much better. I think that's way better than the last gun I did here. Oh, okay. It does look better. And I can't wait to actually change the alternate colors for this, like entirely for all of this. I can't wait to change the entire color. Gotta make it special after all. Oh, that's why. This one felt like this one felt like it was sticking there. That's why. I misplaced I misplaced something here. So now I understand why, and that solves my problem. Well, moving on. Let's continue with our other gun. And after that I'm going to do a little bit quick coloring. Okay, it's just very similar to the other guns. Yeah, North Cal is really something. When it comes to gun measurements, she can be quite choosy in terms of size and looks. But I'm just only experimenting on this one. If it doesn't work this way, then I think I'm going to stick to the way it looks now. Yeah, so far so good with our building. But I still have high regrets and doubts. I still have high doubts that I may have put the gun too far on the front. Maybe. But we'll see once we finish the entire building. As I know, there is still a giant superstructure layout. And I think the spacing here is quite humongous. Yeah. The spacing in there is quite humongous. Kinda makes sense, I guess. Anyway, pardon if that took a while. I needed to make sure I just wanted to make sure measurements were okay and they were right. I also want to know if the gun is actually not too near the front of the ship. So it turns out, yeah, it's not too near the front. It's exactly where I want it to be, which is good. I guess we are hitting the right. I think we are hitting it correctly just by telling on how it looks. Just by telling how it looks. Yeah, the gun is not super big. In the overview perspective, the gun is not super big. That's what I like to see. Whoa, wow, really nice. Whoa, very cool. Now I think there will also be a change of deck color, but I think I'm gonna do that instead tomorrow. For now, we just need to focus on finishing most of the layout. Yes, most of the the structure layout for the entire ship. That last gun is a bit low, so the last gun looks a little lower than the others. So it looks like I'm doing quite a good job with the anti-air gun, the anti-air gun placements. I just need to find a spot to put this gun, because this is all the way here, and because it's big, I think we have enough spacing. But we need to put it at lower. We need to lower it. And depending upon how much spacing we have, we just need to see. And so far our structure layout is getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere with our structure layout, so I'm really happy with that. And with that said, yeah, building really requires a lot of thinking, logical thinking, in order to properly place the gun here and there. I might need to also make sure I'm looking at the superstructure build correctly, because of course I need to know rearrangements. I need to make sure every rearrangement of the ship is correct. Yeah, I just need to be careful. I might accidentally build the wrong structure. Yeah, the wrong way. I might accidentally build it the wrong way if I'm not careful with the way I build her. Yeah, it could mess up real bad. So hopefully it's not going to do that. And I don't want to jinx it. Just be careful. It's all it takes. Will those guns actually have enough spacing? Because I know that those guns are big. Hang on, let me remember the gun measurement for this. Yeah, it's a 7, so that means the gun has to be also big. The gun is also 7, so yeah, the gun needs to be big. I just hope I am doing it correctly, because measuring a dang battleship is like measuring an entire battleship is also like measuring an entire building scale from a what, a 1 to 10. Yes, a 1 to 10 scale perspective of an actual building. It's like making a skyscraper. It's like making a mansion. No, more like a hotel. What meant for war, of course. I'm gonna also place, I think I'm also gonna place the, yeah, I'm gonna place the area where most of North Carolina's guns are. Making a guess is the only thing I can do. That way I know where I'm supposed to place them. So I don't make, yeah. Because if I don't make a guess, then dang, it will mess up. Alright. That was a good bathroom break. I definitely needed that. Anyway, back to what we're doing. So there's definitely 2 of them. Oh boy. I'm trying to be very careful with my decisions in building this one. Otherwise, it would mess up. That's why I don't want it to be messed up. Battleships have a very hard... Yeah, they're very hard to build because some structures don't... Yeah, some structure layout for them, they don't look all the same. They will sometimes be very different compared to the ones you... Yeah, compared to the ones you look from an overview perspective. Sometimes you also need to look under. In terms of creativity, it's more like view your perspective as a person and then the infrastructure you are looking at. Now, you compare that to you, yourself, and then, yeah, compare that to you, yourself, and see how the building works. It definitely works. Luckily, I did this streaming earlier, so it wouldn't be too long for me to take, because this is only the structure layout before we proceed with the other parts. And yes, my apologies again for not finishing the entire, the full front layout of the ship because I was super tired. Probably mentally tired is my best words. And I'm kind of not making sense as well because it's now late night. That's why I keep track of measurements, because I know when something is not right, I need to make sure it is measured correctly. Well, that's part of being a builder after all. You make mistakes, you do it again, then it gets better for you. That is a very nice structure layout. I'm currently looking at the entire building layout of North Carolina. I must say, very nice build, like very detailed to the bone. This is how to really make a good building. Give me a moment while I actually... That is the middle. So now that we hit that, we're gonna finally build the last... Yeah, the last area for the gun. And I think I'm going to, finish up with the rest of the layout for the anti-air gun. And maybe a few minor finishing touches. So this building's already finished. Like, sooner or later, or somehow, yeah. Hopefully I can actually do the finishing... Maybe I can do the finishing touches with North Carolina in the final part. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Will this gun actually fit? Oh my god. I hope my prayers are answered. I'm only worried because the gun might not actually fit the back, but at the same time I have hopes because it's still very far away from the end. Because at the end here there's going to be catapults and a bunch of anti-air gun layouts. I think I'm also going to need to put, every little detail possible, like the catapults, the other anti-air gun layouts where I get to also place most of the other anti-air guns, and very minor small details. Because I could see them from here. I can see them all from here. Yes, now that's our third gun. Now just to put the layout for each anti-air gun placement. Now that we're done with our gun layout, I guess we can now put the anti-air gun placement. Gonna place where the anti-air guns are supposed to be in. Oh my god. There's going to be a it's going to be heavily modified. As I know that we are going to also add a colored deck. All I know is North Carolina is going to be heavily modified with the way I built her. She might be even the most designed ship I might do. Possibly. Possibly the most designed ship. There are others at the top. I will put them probably tomorrow because look at the time. It's already about to be 1:30 and I don't want to excel until 2 o'clock in the morning. Because after I did that, I stayed up still 4 a.m. in the morning, so I may need to change. I may need to sleep very soon. You know, I think the spacing will be. I think the spacing of this is quite, yeah, huge. Just by telling how the gun was made, yeah. They may be single mounted, but they're still big. Oh, I'm yawning. Yeah. Means I'm tired now. I really want to sleep. Well, we are ready. Well, I can already finish up with just one more, and we can finally be done with it. Yeah, the crane. Definitely. One of those things that I still need to build. And just like that, there is a crane. Yep. Oh, look at that. It's already 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I think we are hitting it. We are now hitting an end to the third part. Yes, the third part of our building. And so far we are making lots of progress. That crane is not supposed to reach really far. I realize that. Uh-oh. Well, I think that crane has not really. Yep. It's because now my sleepiness is getting more. We have progressed a lot lately with the building. I've progressed a lot lately with the building. I'm really happy about that. Now let's just finish up with the crane. Then I'll be on my very own merry way. Because I'm sleepy as heck. Oh. Oh wow. Wow indeed. Very good. It looks like our progress in building this one, yeah. I feel a 100% success rate with the North Carolina, but I'm not going to jinx it. I need to be patient, and I don't want to jinx it otherwise. Otherwise, that's completely, it's going to be all over the place. Beautiful, isn't she? We managed to really progress. We managed to progress a lot, and look at that. Hey, if you're actually seeing this, be glad that this is the progress, this is the building progress of USS North Carolina BB-55. My goodness. Many ship builds are under request of US, and one of them is Miss Showboat, and yeah, she's not even done yet. But I have a feeling I still need to specifically modify a few more things like the deck and so on. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's about it for me now, and I think that's, yeah. I think today is the day we end it. Because look at the time, it's completely 2 in the morning, and our progress with USS North Carolina is perfect, and I like how everything is well done here. Except for the crane that I might still need to fix up. I still might need to fix that one. Yeah, I still might need to fix it. And for the rest of the ship build, I guess I won't jinx anything, but I just hope that it will match. Like every infrastructure and the building, especially the main mast, the smokestack, the radar, the secondary guns, the other anti-air guns, the minor details of every in every part of this ship and so on. I hope it will really be perfectly. It will be perfect the way I'm seeing it. Wow. Even down here, you can really see how much I've progressed with the USS North Carolina build. And that is a flat. Yeah, that is a really round and flat main gun, main battery. Very flat. Still very good at the end. So yeah, this is it. I have nothing else to say rather than congratulations to myself, and I guess I will give myself a round of a big applause for actually giving more detail to North Carolina. And I will also give another big round of applause to myself because shipbuilding, because I've progressed more. There's more detail, there's more shape, there's more, yeah, and there's now the mass layout. Now I will not worry, I don't need to worry about not needing to build that and not needing to rush because now I finished it. This is the time for me to end, and I need sleep. Yeah. Anyway, I'm your host, Raftcraft Minecraft, your builder in every infrastructure he builds. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to also follow me in my Facebook page, all that good stuff. So anyway, I will take care everyone, and good night. I will see you again in the next video. Goodbye.